What's up, people? Um, this is Nkosi. Welcome to Nkosi TV. I'm glad you tuned in. And this is part two of the upgrade challenge. Um, I'm just going to jump right in, man, and, give you some of the things that I am doing. In the last episode, we talked about, writing down what it is that you would like to manifest, what it is that you would like to accomplish. Writing things down are extremely important because it gives you something tangible to be able to see, to stimulate you from day to day, to continue to stay focused on the goal at hand. Okay. And since we're talking about upgrading all the way around, I just want to remind you of what I said in the last episode. Simply write down 25 times what it is that you would like to accomplish. Okay. This is just one area. We're going to be touching a lot of different areas. But first, the first step is beginning to really, really understand what it is that you want. Many of us, are very, very talented in many different ways. And I think when you're talented in many different ways, it gets a little difficult to be able to navigate, and move in one direction to accomplish something. Because you know a little bit of everything and you have skills to do a little bit of everything. So the first thing that's important is to focus on one thing. Write that sentence 25 times, right? And you want to focus on that every day. You want to go through that 2 or 3 times every day, whether it's verbalizing, that for 25 times, but also in addition to that, capturing the feeling of what it would feel like to have accomplished what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Okay. I think another thing that's extremely important is to, in this upgrade challenge, is to do what you can do toward that goal that is within your control. A lot of times, we set goals and we wait on circumstances to be perfect for us to accomplish that goal, and that's not how it works. You can't just believe and then manifest something into existence. There is some action that you have to put to whatever it is that you believe. Okay. And so, not that you're, alone making it happen on a physical level. But again, rather those things have to work in conjunction with each other. You're visualizing, you're verbalizing, but then also, activating the law of action, in your efforts. That is, do what it is that is within your control to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes we allow our goals to intimidate us because we don't have all of the resources or the connections or the doors that we want to have or need to have to accomplish what it is that we want to accomplish. Don't worry about that. What you worry about is what is in your control, because here's the thing: when you start taking care of things that is in your control, it's called preparation. An opportunity is always moving. It's always going to come across your path. But the important thing to remember is that it's moving, right? And so if it's moving, then what you have to do is you have to prepare for the opportunity. I can't tell you how many times opportunities showed up, at my doorstep, and I wasn't prepared to take advantage of it, So what I'm teaching you today is to be prepared for your goal to come to pass. If you're not prepared for your goal to come to pass, then you'll squander the opportunity. Or in some cases, the opportunity may just completely pass you by because you're not prepared for it. All right. So these things that I'm sharing with you, I'm sharing with you because they are what I call, staples, in manifesting, staples in causing what is in your mind to come into fruition, right? So what you do is you start doing things that is within your control. You're going through the 25, sentences, which is the same sentence about the goal that you want to accomplish. You go through that 2 or 3 times a day, 25 times. to keep it on your mind, to keep you stimulated and motivated to accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And then you start doing the things that are in your control, moving in that direction. It could be small. Say you want to be an artist, but you have no connections, you have no hookups or anything. Okay, you want to be a singing artist. Whether R&B, gospel, whatever. What you do is you write down those sentence, you write down that sentence, synonymous with what you want to manifest. 25 times. You go through that 2 or 3 times a day, to stimulate yourself. You capture the feeling of what it would feel like to have accomplished that. But then also on a physical level, you begin to do what is in your control to do. Using this for an example, let's say you want to be an artist. You write it down 25 times. You write it in the present tense. That's also important, and then you go over that 25 times, 3 times a day. Keep it in your mind. You visualizing it. You capturing the feeling of what it would feel like to do that. But then start writing songs. Start doing the things that you would do if that was a reality. That's called preparation. You're doing things that is within your control so you can be prepared for the opportunity that's coming your way, because it is going to come your way. The question is, are you going to be prepared to take advantage of it? Okay. So you're writing songs, you're getting in shape, you're building up your stamina. You're singing in front of the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You're developing yourself as an artist, and these principles apply for anything that it is that you want to do. Everybody in the world doesn't want to be an artist. I'm just giving you an example, so that you can copy and mimic the principle. That's another important thing that I said in the last episode, man. You don't want to copy anybody in style, because that's their style. But you want to copy people in principle, right? Because the principles work for anybody who apply those principles in a disciplined way. That's also important to understand, is to get over the hurdle of this is impossible to accomplish. All things are possible to accomplish, no matter how big you dream. You can cause those things to come to pass. I believe with following these steps. There are a lot of things that I've been able to accomplish in my life, that when I, got the initial thought about them, I didn't have the resources. I didn't know how it was going to be done. But I used these simple steps, and those things came to pass for me, from being a national recording artist to going to Africa and living there for 3.5 years, to all kind of things, getting into Broadway plays, a whole bunch of different things that I've been able to do. Now, unfortunately, during those times, I didn't really realize that that's what I was doing. So what I'm sharing with you is what I've been doing over my lifespan, that I've come to realize that these are the things that I'm doing, or that I have done unconsciously, and it caused things to manifest in my life, specifically those things that I wanted to accomplish and experience. So I think that's extremely important, for you to do what is in your control to do, whatever it is. I can't think of 1,000 things right now, that people all over the world would want to do. But whatever it is you want to do, I'm giving you the principles, to cause that thing to come to pass, right? So you have to do what is in your control to do, because it's preparing. And always remember, preparation, plus opportunity equals destiny. So in other words, if you are prepared for the opportunity that will come your way, there's no doubt about it, it's going to come your way, especially when you focus and move forward. Then you can manifest what it is, and you can maximize the opportunity. Now, it is extremely important that when you start this process, that you don't allow anything else to distract you from this process. Distracting or being distracted from this process equals your goals being out of your reach. It equals you not being able to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, right? Because one important ingredient in accomplishing anything in life is focus. and discipline. Those two are extremely important when it comes to accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. So, there are a lot of things in life, a whole bunch of things going on in the news, in the world, that can distract you and deter you from moving in the direction that you would like to go in. Right. So, every time you're pulled off track, you got to reset yourself and you got to stay focused on that until it is something that is tangible, that you can touch, that you can see, that you can feel, that you can experience, right? So that's extremely important. I think that's one of the reasons why I've not been able to accomplish as much as I would like to accomplish in the past. Now I'm making the adjustments because I'm able to see through analyzing, those things that, I've been able to accomplish in the past, how they came to pass, which is my next point. I want you to, as you go through this process, begin to look for evidence that what it is that you are trying to accomplish is coming to pass. I'm telling you, because once you take this journey and you start doing these steps, you're going to see little things and situations come up in your life to confirm that what you're trying to accomplish is on its way. It's materializing, right? That should be used as extra fuel, to be even more focused, to be even more disciplined, to, get it done, especially those things that are in your control. And one thing that I've realized is that as I do things that is within my control, instead of procrastinate, waiting on the whole picture to materialize, what happens is I'm more prepared for the opportunity when it comes my way. That's number one. Number two, I start to see, evidence that my efforts are paying off. You know what I mean? And so that's extremely important, man. And so remember, in this journey that we're taking with this upgrade challenge, that these are keys. Before you criticize, before you have something to say, I'm saying take my advice. Just try it out. You can't knock anything that you haven't tried out. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, just try it. You know what I'm saying? And in the future, I want to hear some testimonials, on this page, of people who have tried this method, and have been able to be successful. I'm confident that you will be. I'm confident that you will be able to manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest, if you follow these steps, number one. Number two, if you are focused and disciplined in doing this. Number three, if you do what is within your control to do. Don't worry about what you cannot do right now. And then lastly, not allowing any distractions to get in your way of accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. I hope this information has enlightened you and informed you on what you want to, what you should do to accomplish what it is that you are trying to accomplish. Remember, this is an upgrade challenge, okay? And so I just want to give you a few encouraging words coming from my own personal experience that are responsible for me accomplishing the things that I've accomplished thus far. I'm also using this same system to accomplish, new and fresh things that I have not accomplished. And I'm just seeing, those things come to pass, and I'm just scratching them off the list. Okay. It's going to get more interesting as this upgrade challenge goes on. You know what I'm saying? So stay with me, stay tuned in, subscribe, like, share this video. I would like for, thousands of people to get a hold to this information and see transformation happen in their lives. Okay. All right. So you can be a part of helping me do that by just simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Okay. This has been Nkosi. This is Nkosi TV. Enjoy yourself today, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Take care.